Hello. Welcome to Midwestern Fishing. As you can tell, there's a pond behind me. There's also a lot of noise, and that noise is construction. You're probably wondering, where am I? It's quite a strange place. I mean, I'd say it's probably one of the more Midwestern one, because, you know, little construction going on back there. And then if I stand up here, you know, just over there, there's a gas station. I call this one the gas station pond. Alright. So, I mean, it's gonna be quite loud. It's a pretty gross pond. I mean, look at that water. It's mucky. But this is the first time trying a MEPS here. So let's see how it goes. So like I was saying, first time I've tried a MEPS here. I've known about this pond for about 2 or 3 years now. And I was like, I wonder if there's any fish in there. And I've finally been able to drive, you know, in the past year and a half or so. Is that a fish? Yep, there's a fish. Second cast in, and we already got a fish. It's a nice one too. It's a solid fish. Okay. Well, I know the MEPS work here now. Okay, dude. Yeah, I hate when you do that. Barely hooked too. Don't know if you guys can see him or not, but there's a beautiful fish right there. Beautiful bass. A little unhealthy. What the hell is that? Something must have, I don't know what's in here, but something's biting it. Alright, thanks for the bite. Second cast in. They haven't seen the MEPS, I guess. That's funny. That's, well, I mean, okay. I'll get more in detail why that's funny, but like I was saying, I fished here for I found out about this pond a couple years ago, and I took the wild stick out of my butt and decided, oh, let's go see if there's any fish there, because I can drive, you know. And sure enough, there was fish in here. I've been fishing here for past month or so, I'd say. Actually, probably the last 3 weeks. I was here. Move too fast. I was here a couple days ago. Actually, Tuesday. Today's Thursday. I was here a couple days ago fishing. Caught one bass. Was supposed to be my first video, and I ended up losing all the footage. So that was very unfortunate. But you know, I'm back here, and I can already tell it's gonna be a great day off of second cast. I already got a fish. Dude, that's awesome. But even funnier part about that is my first video was actually supposed to be at Pactola Lake, which is a lake that's pretty big here, western South Dakota. It's up north more. Where? Let me see here. I think it's that way, like kind of that way. But anyways, we were fishing for some pike. We didn't get anything. It was very pretty out there. The fog made it look so pretty because it's in the hills, you know. But yeah, now I'm here, and I got something entertaining for you guys. Yeah, usually when I come out here I catch dinks, but however, I do know that there is giant bass in here, because you know, when I got that wild stick out my butt, I also did a little research to make sure there is fish in here, because you don't want to go fish a dead pond now. I don't think anyone does. You want to catch fish. And saw some kids caught like some giant bass that were like 6 or 7 pounds, maybe 8 pounds. And for South Dakota standards, those are ginormous. It's like, well, why not? You know, I want to catch a big bass. So I decided to go fish it. And funny thing is one of the times we were fishing here, it was later, it's a school night too. So yeah, me and my buddies would come up here, we'd fish after school. We catch dinks, you know, just have a good time. And then one day, it was getting later, and this is the latest we stayed at this pond. And this was like, I think last week or a week and a half ago, something like that. But my buddy catches a ginormous bass doesn't land it, but he had it on the line, lost it right at the bank, down that way. I don't know if you guys see that, down that way. Oh, was that something, or is that's bottom? Down that way. It's like 6 pounds or something like that. And he lost it because he tried boat flipping it when he could have just pulled up on the shore. And he doesn't have braid on, he has 8-pound mono, so that's why he lost the bass. Like I was saying, we usually only use soft plastics here. I've tried a spinnerbait here, see, you know, maybe the fish will bite that. That big one would bite that at least. Oh, we also tried topwater. My friend had 2 bites, different friend had 2 bites, he missed them though. And I guess really the main thing that works here is soft plastics, because my friends use wacky rig, I already said that, and I use the Ned rig, but I don't use your typical Ned rig. That's another one. Baby, it's gonna be a nice day today. Holy crap, this dude's tiny. I don't know if you guys can see that. Where's the camera at? Don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. Bring it out more, wherever. He's tiny though. He's like, see the lure. Weird. Not good comparison. Thank you, buddy, for the bite. Swam off real fast. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, the Ned rig. I usually use the Ned rig, but I don't use the usual one, because what I usually use is the Guggen Ned rig. It's the one with the shaky bits at the bottom. I think it's salt in there or something like that, but it makes it shaky and it adds sound. And I swear to you, these fish will literally eat it non-stop. Like, they can't resist it. Don't know why. I mean, I guess it's the sound. I mean, something, it might be pissing them off, it might be, I don't know, but just great lure. I mean, I've caught, like, every time I came out here, I caught usually 4 bass on it. They weren't huge, but caught 4 bass. I lost one down there by those rocks over there. I lost like a 2 or, I think it might have been a 4-pounder, but I'm gonna just say for safe, 2 or 3-pounder. You know, you guys may call those dinks. Here in South Dakota, we don't really call those dinks. Those are average sized fish down here. Those are pretty nice sized fish, and it was a nice sized fish. But what happened is, Ned rig, I'm popping it right like that, and my line got wrapped around my rod tip, and it snapped my rod tip, so I had to get a new rod. But you know, it was worth it because of the experience, I guess. I guess they're more active today or something, because when I came out here a couple days ago, that's another one. That's a different one. Yeah, I think so. There's bass number 3. Holy, what the hell did you do, dude? Stop shaking. There you go. Tiny little guy. I think he's smaller than the last one. Well, there's another one. Just fresh out of Dink City, I think. I don't know. I can only catch dinks, dude. I mean, I will tell you this. If you want to catch a big bass in South Dakota, like 6 pound, 5 pound, that's what I would consider a big bass. Go 4 plus is a big bass to me. Go to any pond just in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota that is public, I guess. I mean, usually they are. It's like a farm pond, I guess. Not really by a farm, but it's on a farmer's land. And dude, you will catch some good bass there. I know from experience, because my grandpa and my dad grew up in Winter, South Dakota, which is middle of nowhere. And you know, the closest thing to you is the plains, and you go, you know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes out, find a pond, and you will catch a crap ton of bass that are all about 2 pounds. My dad and my grandpa have all caught bass. My dad has caught bass that is 6 pounds. My grandpa has caught, or my dad's PB is 6 pounds. My grandpa's is, I think 7 pounds, somewhere around there. But yeah, and they caught them at those ponds. So I guess if you want to catch something, go up there. But I also, you know, most of the farm ponds around here are private, and you have to call for permission. And I don't feel like they'd be too friendly. Farmers around here aren't exactly the most friendly people, you know. But it's always worth a shot, you know. But I'm fine with these little gas station ponds. Funnier thing is when I was fishing Pactola, it was what was it? Oh, and there's a bass jumping right there. Thought that was him. Oh my God, there's a turtle right there. Scared him off though. Poor little guy. Anyways, what I was saying. What was I saying? I keep forgetting, dude. I'm so energetic. Okay, well, I did have chalk on my hands because I was maxing this morning for football, doing deadlift and power clean and flying 10s. But I had to do chalk, or I used chalk for my deadlift. Dude, my hand, it's still a little bit on there, but my hands were so grippy after that because I was driving home, and my oh crap, that was a bad cast. My steering wheel, it like it's at the top, there's like this plastic part that's a little slippery because I have some wet hands. I get some sweaty hands, and it was, make sure this is, yeah, I think it's good. And usually my hands slide just a tiny bit, but no, my hands were stuck to that. Like, felt like super glue was on that. And it was just such a weird feeling. I thought when I was fishing, like my fishing pole wasn't ever gonna slip out of my hands, but now it's all gone. So, oh well. Still a little bit of it on me, but nothing to really save me from anything. So I guess you could say chalk does work, even when you don't need it to. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, my name's Eli Fisher. I'm the host of this show, I guess, YouTube channel. But yeah, I thought I'd introduce myself a little friendly way. Alrighty. I'm just happy I didn't skunk, dude. Finally. Now, yeah, I get to smelling like weed. You guys can't smell it. I wish the cameras. Hey, I'm a genius, guys. Wish the cameras had like a smell detector or something like that, so then you could smell what I'm fucking smelling, dude. It stinks so bad. I don't know how that plant came to develop, but it's the most annoying plant, and sweet. It's the most annoying plant. Oh crap. Ever. Actually, I don't know about annoying, but it's one of the most annoying because it smells like crap. Ruins your experience. I'm gonna try on that bank over there, because after here I'm gonna try right there, then over by that bank, see if I can catch anything. So it looks like it's just pushing everything that way, and these bass, I mean, there's some good ones I already said, but littler ones probably gonna get pushed back by this current. They're not exactly the strongest fish out there. Oh, great. And maybe the big ones will follow after too. Yeah, and the worst part about I like moving baits a lot more. I'm just too impatient. I mean, I'm patient when it comes to fishing. I'll stay out there for 8 hours on end, but oh my god, and there was something right there. That thing was tiny. It looked like a pike almost. I don't, that was so weird. The thing was tiny though. I mean, I'm not wrong about the wind blowing them smaller fish over here. Oh yeah, don't rush to get out of your car, because then you'll whack yourself.
like I did right there, and now it's puffing up. That's great.
That hurt really bad. I thought I was being so cool, you know, the way I was getting out of my car. I thought it was like so cool. I was like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm going to fish. All you guys are getting gas. Yeah, I'm going to fish. And I whacked myself and I was like, now I don't look cool. Another little tip here. Well, actually, I haven't given you any tips. But a tip is when you're fishing, always, if you're not catching anything, slow it down. Don't speed it up. That's how you make mistakes. Maybe the lure you were using was working, you were just using it too fast. Always slow down, no matter what. If you're not catching anything, slow it down. The fish are more likely to eat that than something moving super duper fast. Great, I hit weeds. Oh, stuff hit poop. Yeah, because when I was filming out here the other day, I got geese on my fucking hands. That was disgusting. And when I got home, my dogs were sniffing and everything. I'm like, you guys don't want to sniff this. This is disgusting. I'm very excited for ice fishing season because I get to record, show you guys how fun it is. And because last ice fishing season, I was kind of by myself. Usually when I was younger, I'd go with my dad and he'd show me the ways, but this year is all by myself. You know, I caught mostly trout. Yeah, I think I only caught trout, perch, bluegill. That was about all I caught. Is that a fish? Nope. But now I know, like, before the only issue was I want to fish for pike. I want to fish for lake trout. I want to fish for all those fun species, bass, but bass are just a hard species to fish for. In the ice fishing season, but now I know good spots to go fish Pactola for those bigger pike and lake trout, so I can have a lot of fun, you know. The only issue is my line gonna snap or not? It shouldn't, because they shouldn't have as much energy because it's colder out. I'm trying to preserve that energy, the food that they ate all fall. I'm also deathly afraid of snakes, so if you're wondering why I'm walking so carefully, it's not because I'm like tired or anything. It's because I'm afraid of snakes. And I think it's my turn to turn around now, because I don't want to test my luck. I mean, it's not that I'm afraid of snakes. Like, the only snake I'm really afraid of is any venomous snakes, because those guys could hurt you bad. Worst part about it is South Dakota only has one venomous snake. That would be the rattlesnake, which, if you don't know, likes to hide under hay, and it scares the shit out of me because South Dakota is pretty much, or hay or like dead grass or anything, pretty much South Dakota is that. Dude, I'm so scared right now. I'm a chicken when it comes to snakes. Any other animal, I'm fine. I'll fight a bear. I would gladly fight a bear. I don't know about that, but you know, I'm just saying that because I'm really afraid of snakes. And I will gladly do that, but snakes are just a no-no for me. At least rattlesnakes, because scare the crap out of me. This is like perfect rattlesnake territory. Hopefully there isn't any. Usually you have to treacher some ways. Oh yeah, and even more Midwestern too is there's a soccer field right over there, and then there's, I think, softball field, maybe baseball. I'm pretty sure it's just softball right over there too. So I guess you could say Midwestern. And those ponds that I was talking about earlier that my grandpa and my dad fished growing up, and all those people, you know, there's a bunch of them that are stocked with pike too, which is, I find very interesting, because I wouldn't really want to stock any pond. Like, you know, I'd have a pond with like bass, catfish, all those kind of fish, and then I'd have a separate one for pike, because I'm afraid that the pike would eat everything. So I just find it kind of weird that they're stocking them with that, even though pike are like kind of invasive. I mean, they're not invasive, but they're like, they will kill a lot of it. Why are you cricketing, cricket? And this is where I snap my rod at. And I actually saw the fish. He was right there. He was sitting right there. Made a big old splash. Now I gotta catch a big fish here to make up for that rod lost. And there's one right at the bank. Huh, that's nice. Hey dude, thanks for eating. Ow, you hooked me. Dude, I hate when bass do this, because see you later. Thanks for the bite, dude. Actually, I'll hold him up for the camera. He's small though. Swim off that way, dude. That's exactly what happened, but the bass was bigger. I want to catch that big one. That would just make my day, dude. I wonder. Just wonder. Still kind of strange to me that there's just this random pond at a gas station. That's why, like, when I passed by it a couple years ago, that's why I wondered if there's any fish in it, because it's so like randomly placed. You don't just have a pond at a gas station. Like, what? Oh, that adds to the look. No, it doesn't. Are you interested in my lure? Guys, come on, eat my lure. Weird. It's like, is there a dog running at me? Just somebody stopping at the gas station. Wait, why is there a dog in the bed of their truck? Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. I think that's illegal. That's I never expected to see that, but it's the Midwest, I guess. I don't know. Not there, but I think it was either there or there. And he ran after it and lost it. That's why the things were down. I think it was over there. No, I think it was here. Just so angry he decided to boat flip it with 8-pound mono. By the way, guys, get braid. Trust me, it is a million times better than any fluoro or anything else. You're less likely to snap off. It's just like just a higher chance that you get the fish to you and not lose them. He said, well, the funnier thing about him catching that fish is when he was fishing, he was trying to, there's some kids over there, and he was trying to cross their line and like hook up with them, and instead he hooked up with a fish, a ginormous fish. tip for you guys is, if you're ever fishing, always go slower. I mean, not slower, I already said that. I mean, always like try to like move kind of fast from spot to spot, I guess. I mean, I go I go 3 to 5 casts per every spot. So this is a new spot, so I'm gonna go about 3 to 5 casts, maybe 1 or 2 more. And then if I'm not getting anything, then it's time to move, because if the fish have seen it and they haven't ate it, then that means they don't want it. So your best option is moving to the next spot to catch the most amount of fish. Not the biggest. If you want to catch the biggest, then stay at a spot where you know the fish are. Big fish are. Usually that's done with live scope. Another thing is when fishing, you gotta have patience. You don't have patience, you're gonna end up getting bored, not like it. And I mean, that's something that comes as you begin to fish more. You'll get more patience. And there was a fish that jumped over there. You'll get more patience, but overall, you just have to be patient and be flexible and adaptable to different environments and different situations. Alright, well, that's all I got for you guys today. I mean, thought it was a great day to go fishing. Came back successful with a lot of fish, not good sized fish, but you know, can't get everything you wish for. Hoped you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, leave me any suggestions you have, and be sure to subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.